Turning now to California, where a powerful storm system has dumped more than a foot of rain in some parts. Southern California has seen 3/4 of a year's worth of rain since Sunday. There have been hundreds of mudslides which have swept away homes and businesses. And Jonathan Vigliotti is on the ground in Los Angeles.
We're getting our first look at just how extensive the damage is in these canyons near Beverly Hills. In 2 days, torrential rains have triggered nearly 400 mudslides. But as bad as this looks from above, PJ Bearfield lived through it.
I got up out of there quick, grabbed some shoes, got whatever I felt I needed at that time. Didn't have no keys, no wallet, no phone, no nothing.
His home is now a total loss.
You were asleep at the time, so you had no idea what was going on.
Nah, man. Literally, it just happened in 3 seconds. Rumbling, big bang, throwing debris and pieces of the ceiling off of my body.
LA has received more than half of its average annual rainfall in just 3 days. In Bel Air, more than a foot. It's led to several rescues, like this man and his dog pulled from the swollen LA River. And it's made the soil way too vulnerable, toppling trees throughout the state. Here's my colleague, Carter Evans.
This is a huge tree. Just look how big the trunk is. Neighbors say it came down around 6 in the morning. A huge crash that caused a chain reaction, took out that tree, then multiple utility poles down the street. That knocked out power and essentially trapped people in their neighborhoods.
It's one thing to be trapped, another to suddenly be jolted by a massive landslide.
Underneath mud, debris, trees, everything. Like I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm alive right now.
And Jonathan joins us now for more. Jonathan, what can you tell us about these extraordinary landslides?
Yeah, John, these landslides are life-threatening, and I can't think of a better example than the home that we're standing next to, at least what is left of it. This home was up against this canyon wall. With all of the heavy rain on Monday morning, that canyon wall collapsed. It forced this home off of its structure and foundation, pushing it more than 40 feet. We're actually standing in what is the driveway. We know this because underneath all of this destruction, there's a car. This home also colliding with another house. Fortunately, there was no one inside at the time, but I think it gives you that perspective into just how powerful this atmospheric river was and how massive it was. And I shouldn't even talk about it in past tense. You see the rain still falling down, still very much a threat with all of the soil as saturated as it is this evening, John.
Well, exactly, that ongoing threat. So the National Weather Service called this one of the wettest storms ever to hit Los Angeles. So how long is the risk going to last?
Yeah, it's going to be lingering for some time. Flooding is a big concern with the soil as saturated as it is. There's no place for all of this rain to go. We are seeing some isolated flooding situations in the roads. They're mostly manageable. The landslides, the mudslides, nearly 400, as we mentioned in our report, still a big concern, not just today and in the days to come, but really for the next week or so. Even when this rain does stop and the sun comes back out, it's going to take some time for all of this soil to dry up and firm up. So a lot of nervous people, as you can imagine, specifically the residents here in this neighborhood, dealing with walls like that, flooded with water and super saturated, John.
Incredibly unsettling. Jonathan Vigliotti in Los Angeles. Thank you, Jonathan.